Ladies and gentlemen, I have an update on Atatiana Jefferson's nephew. His name is Zion Carr. And the state of Texas just approved $3.5 million for him. So they're giving him this as settlement money because he was the only one that witnessed her get fatally shot by a devil while she was playing video games with her nephew. So I'm going to show you a more up to date picture of Zion Carr. Okay, so here's another picture of Zion. And let's get into this story, y'all. So we know this all happened in Fort Worth, Texas. And a neighbor called the police for a welfare check. He noticed that her door was open in the middle of the night, and they came, and instead of knocking on the door, they went around to the back of the house and did not identify themselves and just shot through the window. And she thought maybe intruders were in the backyard. So she grabbed her gun, and she had a legal gun. She was a legal gun owner. And, unfortunately, because of sloppy police work, she lost her job. So the city of Fort Worth, Texas will pay Zion Carr, who witnessed the fatal shooting of his aunt, Tatiana Jefferson, in 2019, a $3.5 billion settlement, city officials said. Zion, then 8 years old, was at Jefferson's home playing video games with her when the Fort Worth police officer, Aaron Dean, shot and killed the 28-year-old while responding to a welfare check. A welfare check should never end in somebody being murdered. All you're doing is checking on the well being of that person. No cop should be going out and murdering somebody on a welfare check. So, anyway, he was living with her at the time. So, watching his aunt death unfold in front of his eyes called Zion to suffer anxiety, terror, and agony. According to a federal lawsuit his mother, Amber Carr, filed in 2021, it said that Zion had been left with severe and extreme mental and emotional distress, and he blamed the city for his trauma. 2 years after the lawsuit was filed, Amber Carr, who was Jefferson's sister, died after a long battle with congested heart failure. Oh, that's so sad. All right, so the city announced earlier this month that they had proposed a $3.5 million settlement. The Fort Worth City Council voted unanimously Tuesday to approve the payment. I, for one, am excited about this opportunity to make sure that he can go to college and do things that his mother and his aunt wanted him to do as they were raising him. That's a shame. He lost his aunt and his mother. Wow. Councilman Chris Nettles said, thanking Mayor Maddie Parker and the council for its work in getting the settlement approved. Parker said in a November 2nd statement that the payment was the right thing to do. I hope this can bring a degree of reconciliation and healing for a Tatiana Jefferson's loved one, she said. Yeah, that's really bittersweet. This kid will never trust another cop again, and I don't blame him. The attorney representing Zion could not immediately be reached for comment on Thursday. Jefferson was home babysitting and playing video games with Zion at around 2:30 a.m. October 12th, 2019 when she heard a noise outside. Dean did not announce himself as a police officer, the family has said, and bypassed a gate to the home's backyard. Jefferson grabbed her legally owned gun to protect herself and her nephew. She went over to the window to investigate, and according to body cam footage, the police showed Dean and his partner looking through the window with a flashlight and yelling for Jefferson to put her hands up shortly before she was shot. No, when you watch the video, he yelled, "Put your hands up," and shot at the same time. Some of y'all might remember that. I remember that when I watched it. As soon as he said, "Put your hands up," he shot at her. He didn't even give her a chance to do nothing. And on top of that, you didn't even announce that you were cops. You're just in some window with a flashlight yelling, "Put your hands up." These people are so insane. So, anyway, the two officers were at the home after a neighbor requested a welfare check because the home's front door was open. The family said the door was ajar to allow a cool breeze to blow its side, according to a lawsuit. Yeah, after all, it is Texas and it gets awfully hot. So Dean resigned. Well, doesn't have a choice. He went to jail for 11 years. I guess he did resign from the department and was charged with Jefferson's murder. Zion testified at Dean's trial. The former officer was sentenced last year to more than 11 years in prison. He really should have got more than that. 11 years is really not much time for what he did. The settlement will be split into lump sums to cover living expenses, college saving plan, and scheduled payments to Zion up to the age of 40. A deputy city attorney, Letitia Colbin Brown, said he will receive most of the money later in life, she said, at the request of his family. The city, as well as his family, were totally on board with each other in providing an amount that would take care of him through 18, making sure that he was able to go to college, make sure he was able to, um, just do the things necessary in life that he must get done, and make sure he was taken care of for a longer period of time. So, well, I do wish him the best. That's got to be hard. He lost his aunt, Atatiana Jefferson, and then 2 years later he lost his mother. Oh man, how horrible. And I remember not long after Tatiana Jefferson died, her her father was gone and her mother died. I mean, it was like a lot of people died in her family. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this latest update. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.